We are live! Everybody, every person, every individual that happens to be watching this in past or future, welcome, welcome, welcome.
This is when I can say slurs, right?
No. Please don't. I like my Twitch channel. So tonight we are continuing Homestuck with this is chapter 3, act 3.
Yeah.
Tonight we are going to have a ginger. They are not around at the moment. We might get a raise. But as to who we actually have right now at this moment in time, we have Do. Say hi, Do.
Hello.
Say it like you mean
Hello.
it.
Hi.
That's better. And we have
I'm
Popcorn.
dead.
Oh shit.
So.
Oh god, there are
My
80
asthma
pages
acting up
until
for
I
no
come
reason.
back.
We have Homestuck. We've already read this, the Dear John.
Yep.
All right.
There are exactly 80 pages until I come back.
Wow. Well, the pages kind of breeze by in this comic.
This is true.
So, Act 3.
And they
We don't have a
always
ginger.
will.
I will be starting with the narration.
Cool.
A silly girl naps by her flowers. It is quite likely that she tired herself out with a variety of silly antics, as silly girls are often known to do. She may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It is hard to say for sure without asking her, but since she's slumbering peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. You might as well give her a name right now. Farb Stink Butt Lass. I guess. I guess her name is Farbstink.
Okay.
Wake up! You try to rouse Farmstink from her slumber, but she is not really down for the count.
She is really.
She is really down for the count. It looks like she is holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from. There. Right there. In plain sight. Look. They are flashing red. Drop pumpkin on Farmstink. What pumpkin? You see, no pumpkin, and frankly, it is hard to imagine there ever was a pumpkin, in plain sight or otherwise. Anyway, that would be a really terrible thing to do to poor, sweet Farmstink. Oh my god, I love this. That's where the pumpkin came from.
Yep.
Read note. Farmstink?
No. I'll read that.
Oh, okay.
Farm stink? That is incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is...
Try again.
Jade Hardley.
Farmstink. Got it.
Okay, then.
Arrow. Examine room. Your name is Jade. You have been woken from a peaceful nap, and as usual, you have no recollection of having fallen asleep. You have quite a number of interests. So many, in fact, you have trouble... I'm going to make it a bit more serious. You have trouble keeping track of them all. Even with an assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort out everything on your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is your deep passion for horticulture. What will you do? Jade, play a silly fruit refrain.
Oh, this is fun. Just hit any button.
Welcome to Homestuck.
I'm having way too much fun with this. Press Z when I'm done. Oh.
Man, narcolepsy's a bitch.
Arrow. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead, like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea where this flute even came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time, especially to your unending chagrin. Any sort of large orange gourd that might be laying around. You consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Capture log flute. On second thought, it was a perfectly nice flute, and there is no reason to take your frustration out on it. You just need some practice. But before you capture log the flute, you will need to set your fetch modus first. Jade, set modus. Oh God, it's...
Now see, Jade is my kind of girl. She doesn't bother with all that complex coding stuff. She just plays a nice game to get her stuff.
You have a wide variety of fetch modi to choose from. You are really excited when your grandpa bought you this modus set for Christmas. He is a total badass, even if a little strict, and maybe a tad racist. You would typically opt for the memory modus when it comes to matters of day-to-day practicality. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got Boggle, Pictionary. Oh God, how does the Monopoly one work?
I wish I knew.
Yahtzee. Clue.
If only the community had voted for it.
The community voted for which one she went with?
Yep.
Yes. And it was not Monopoly.
Ouija would have been so cool.
That one might pop
That's
up
more of a
later.
road thing.
I think we may get a taste of Ouija later.
So, Jade, select memory. You set your modus to memory and capture log the flute. You allot 9 cards to the modus from your deck, since that will be more than enough for your needs at the moment anyway. The modus grabs 9 more cards for matching purposes. The flute is split up on 2 blank cards and mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick up 1 card and then pick up its matching card. For the typical Stolodexer, this modus presents a frustrating guessing game and a lot of wasted time on mismatching. But you like it because you seem to have a knack for always guessing right on the first try. Jade, squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. It is a really silly idea and is basically a waste of everyone's time. You will predictably disregard this thought and focus on more sensible objectives at once.
Squeal!
Oh my God, this is
All
so
right.
much fun.
Oink.
Arrow! You capture log the bag of fertilizer. Jade, consult colorful reminders. You tend to have a lot of things on your mind at once, and you can be a little forgetful. So, you keep a variety of colored strings on your fingers as reminders. Each one means that there is something different to remember at a certain time. In fact, looking at your index finger reminds you that there is something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. The green string reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today, although in a way that means something slightly different. You are further reminded that you have some things to do outside of your house soon, but you should stop by your room first for some supplies, and most importantly, to see if John is online and wish him a happy birthday. Jade, capsule out the pumpkin growing next to you. You snap up the pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking. Hopefully the safety of your Stylodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ephemeral predecessors. Thank you. Arrow. Oh wow. All right, so here's a bit of a mind fuck. Is this window a corner pointing in or a corner pointing out?
Hold on.
It's a corner pointing in.
Or is it?
It's a corner pointing in.
It
Or
is, yeah.
is it?
It is because it lines up with the tables and the line on the floor.
You take away all my joy.
I'm a mathematician, man. It's what I do.
What do you do for a living?
Oh, I translate Japanese to English for like chemical companies.
For a second there, I was like,
It's
what does
fun.
that have to do with mathematics? Like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the audio is quiet? Oh, hang on. Let me pump that up. I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't know the audio was quiet. All right, everyone, do say something.
Hello.
And, oh, my mic audio.
Yeah, yours. Mine is always obnoxiously loud and peaking.
Oh, all right, hang on. Testing.
Little more.
But, oh, there we go. Okay, I just had to move the mic
That's
closer to
good.
my face. There we go. Yeah, I only speak, I speak English and many other languages, but all of the other languages are for computers, so.
I speak English and American.
Yeah.
Two very different languages. You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs is your grandfather's laboratory, as well as your bedroom. Jade, capsule something. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it, so you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill up some more cards. You pick up a juicy red crab apple. That's a happy, happy apple.
Yeah.
Arrow. You go to pick up a nice-looking key lime. Arrow. Then a delicious mandarin orange. Those are your favorite. Arrow.
What?
And finally, a yellow Eureka lemon. Oh, that is a very happy lemon.
I like lemons.
Modus fun aside, you feel it is impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. Jade, go upstairs to the bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. What the fuck?
She went poof.
You transportalize.
Yeah. Yep.
Upstairs. Just above is your room. Ascend. You enter your bedroom. On this side of the room, you are immediately confronted with numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. Okay. Guys. Before we go further.
What?
Yes.
This highlights her interests. So, Just looking at this, let's guess what her interests are.
Well, we already know her interests.
Oh, all right. I'll guess. So let's see. We got Jenga. We got phallic-faced lions. Plants. That's a given. Terrifying abominations. What else do we have? Hang on. Gotta keep up with chat.
Actually, you've already pretty much nailed it. You just have to look at the poster in the back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there's Hella
Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff.
Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. There we go. Oh, and she plays the electric guitar. All right. And clouds.
And what's on Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff?
Looks like a little cat face. 2GG from TG. Is TG... Which one was TG? Their, tentacle...
Turntech Godhead, that's Dave.
Yep.
That's Dave.
Alright, Arrow. Oh, God. So what I thought was a dresser is actually some sort of teleportation device. That is some really trippy hentai on the wall. Some really trippy furry art.
Squiddles.
Hey, I will mock your chronic hallucination. Alright, Swift, considering I am one of your chronic hallucinations, I will mock them all I want. Thank you very much. You are an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of nuclear physics, and not
you skipped a line.
Oh wow!
Fauna of an anthropomorphological persuasion.
You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of anthropomorphological persuasion. Whew.
She's a furry. Except kind of, not really.
Oh, come on. No. She come on. She let her be a furry. You have an uncanny knack for advanced gadgetry and enjoy...
You skipped a line again.
Oh my god. You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium and are, at times, prone to patterns of precognitive
prognostication?
Prognostication! God, I hate my speech impediment sometimes. You consider very briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize that this is only half of your room, and is therefore host only half of your interests to choose from. Jade, explore the other half of your room. Guns!
Yep.
Oh god, she shot John F. Kennedy! She was the other grassy knoll. She was the knoll itself. Over here, there are more articles of your aforementioned interests, and then some. Additional telltale signs of your enthusiasm for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game hunting firearms. You are a skilled markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature, anthropomorphically persuaded or otherwise. Goddamn fairies. Your work table is littered with equipment to facilitate your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a particularly exact science, and you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistently and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you still have not been able to get that broad, flat gizmo there to work, which is a design you have borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world-renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, adventurer, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yep.
He has taught you everything you know.
Welcome to Homestuck.
Wait, if he's a billionaire and he taught her everything that he knows, that means that that this character is also a borderline sociopath.
No.
Billionaire, come on. It's hard to be a billionaire if you give a shit about other people.
You know, it's what the internet is for.
Yeah, no, her dad shot JFK. Hung his ass on the mantelpiece. But in spite of all of his lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures when you are on the way out of the house to run your errands. He spends most of his time in the grand foyer, stewing in his own intensity and charisma. Arrow. And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to... And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to venture out to find your pet and best friend named Becquerel.
Becquerel.
Becquerel. This animal must be fed, and he will not be happy if he is not. If he is not happy, then you will not be happy. But first, you should really dig out your computer and say hi to John. Now, what will you do? Jade, quickly retrieve firearms from wall and shoot random bystander. Rifle kind. You equip your trusty hunting rifle. There will be hell to pay if your granddad caught you leaving the house without it. Why? Jade, wonder why the design on your shirt changed. Oh my god, it did.
Yeah.
There isn't much to wonder, really. You left the wardrobifier on its randomization setting. Oh my god. That is If I had that, I would only own white t-shirts. Just a ton of white t-shirts and then just I don't have a very wide assortment of clothing. Arrow. You may contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit to that setting in the near future. Jade, capture log nearest Squiddles doll and hug it. Oh dear.
Yep.
Just before you can grab one, the powerful electromagnets concealed in their underbellies become activated, and the two of them get all tangled up with each other playfully. Yes, that's what they're doing, all right. Arrow. You capture log the Tangle Buddies. Jade, lose interest in fauna and never speak of it again. Oh, but... Oh, God. Furries! She is such a furry. Oh, I love it. Oh, but you could never do that. What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How you wish you could know their world. To hear one night those muted paw pads trapeze up your stairs. A low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber. And as the stupor seeps from your eyes, they detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. A mysterious woven tongue invites. Wouldn't these ears suit you? Would not this proud snout assist you in the hunt? Jeez, like she's wow, that is some hardcore furry shit.
Mm-hmm.
No need to answer. Words slow. Words slow from the busy mind, like a useless dead membrane, as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now. A force untouched by the concerns and burdens of the upright. That farcical yoke of the bipedal toe. It now drives you through the midnight brush, your paws whisking through the creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors demanding investigation. But not for long, as you and your new friend must claim the night with piercing howls moonward. You eat a weird bug and don't even care. Wow, that is some hardcore furry shit.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
My kind of girl.
Woof.
Alright, pick up your toys. Speaking of which, you pick up and admire one of your Manthro chaps. They are wonderful friends and are always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Coxcomb, how will you ever be received at the Barnyard Gala without the trappings of a proper gentleman? Each Manthro chap comes with a number of accessories, including articles of formal attire, a vacation kit, and a
Vaccination.
Vaccination.
a vaccination vacation kit, and a dishwasher safe slop trough.
Slop trough.
Slop trough. Slop trough.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
You know, a slop trough for your vaccination.
Yep. Organize all your dolls.
You empty-headed animal food trough wiper!
You gather all of your dolls into a rather cozy-looking pile.
Oh, Tangle Buddies.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Jade, change the wardrobe fire setting. Dad, do it. You activate the wardrobifiers randomization mode and set it to cycle through these three shirt designs. The decision was tough, but you think you came to the best possible conclusion.
They just voted on it.
Let's see here. It was... the Squiddle didn't really get much. So the winners were Adam, Devil Beast, Pumpkin... Oh,
It
no.
was the atom, the sun, and the spirograph.
Yep. Look out, window.
Look out, window!
Look out! It's a window!
Window? Window? Window!
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Sorry,
Anyway.
I got pizza earlier. It's really good.
Oh, nice.
I was starved for good pizza in Los Angeles.
Mm.
Pizza there, garbage. Don't at me. It is another beautiful day in your neighborhood. It's another beautiful day in your neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? It's a peaceful.
Huh.
It is peaceful and quiet as usual. A rather imposing-looking volcano looms over your house, which has been inactive for centuries. Though dormant on the surface, the volcanic activity deep underground provides your house with a source of geothermal power. You're not sure why your grandfather decided to draw from this source of energy when he has the unlimited power of the atom at his disposal, but it has been this way for as long as you can remember. You have chalked it up to your family's long-standing propensity for
Eclectic?
Eclectic fursuits. Wait, you mean pursuits? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Jade, retrieve fursuit from the magic chest. What is this nonsense about fursuits? You do not own a fursuit. You would think anthropomorphic fauna are really cute and enchanting and all, but it never occurred to you to dress as one. Sure, it is fun to imagine what it would be like to run wild with a pack of wolves, or to purr and frolic with a litter of kittens, but dressing up as an animal just seems ridiculous. It would still just be a silly girl draped in a raggedy synthetic tufty piece of crap, and seriously, who are you trying to kid with that sort of baloney? Anyway, it is not a magic chest. It is your gadget chest, which you have adapted for storing a number of useful gizmos. I love her expression, by the way.
Yeah.
It was once your oracle's trunk, a gift from your grandfather, of course, and still contains many silly fortune-telling knickknacks, all of which are completely bogus. Open the chest. Problem Sooth. Oh, Problem Sooth. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Among the fortune-telling knickknacks are these items: a crystal ball plus compulsory velvet pillow, a tarot deck, a magic 8-ball, a magic cue ball, and one of your favorite books of all time, Problem Sooth. Among the useful gizmos are, of course, your computer, which you keep inside a fun lunchbox for easy transport, and a couple of gizmos you keep handy so you don't always have to make the long trip to the kitchen. There is a cookalizer for preparing delicious meals, and a refrigerator, a name which clearly is a wacky variation on the much more common household item, the refrigificator.
Sure, let's go with that.
Jade, examine Magic 8-Ball and Magic Cue Ball. These things are stupid and useless. When the Magic 8-Ball isn't being frustratingly ambiguous, its forecast is always wrong. You have tested it numerous times with certain facts you know to be true. This is its reply when you ask it if it is your John's birthday today. See? Stupid. You guess maybe it could be used as a reverse prediction device, and to always trust the opposite of what it says. But that seems dumb to you. And anyway, the thing gives you a bad vibe. You might consider smashing it, but you are a little superstitious about whatever ominous consequences that might have, even if the occult talisman in question is a cheap piece of garbage. Era. The Magic Cue Ball, on the other hand, is said to make predictions with alarming precision and specificity. Unfortunately, it lacks a portal on its surface that allows you to view the prediction. You put both these pieces of junk back in the box. Capsulog Refrigerator, or as I prefer to call it, the Refrigerificator. Oh god.
Wee.
You take the refrigerator. You might as well grab the cookalizer, too. No portable kitchen is complete without it. You take the lunch top, too, because obviously you're going to be using that pretty soon. Oops, there goes your flute, but who cares? Feed your friend. What?
Out of the way.
Before you go out to feed Buck, you will need to prepare a meal for him. You clear some space on your work table so you can set up your refrigerator and cookalizer. Era. Just for fun, Jade allows you to take a stab at matching the cards for the use of her gizmos. It doesn't present much of a challenge for her, so she figures she might as well step aside while providing a few generous hints. No. Warmer. Colder. Cold. Warmer. Yes. No. Cold. Ice cold. Warmer. You have selected the key lime. Way to go. That is one happy lime. Try again.
Yep.
Hot. Wait. No. Cold. Really cold. Frozen fucking tundra. Take another crack at this. Congratulations, you advanced your matching skills to the next level. Yukon Hero, Legacy of the Frostbite Amputee. Jade is beginning to regret breaking the fourth wall for this ill-advised escapade. Okay, one more time. If it were...
Well, now we can make fruit salad.
I mean, we needed to take these out anyway to make the food, didn't we?
Did anyone watch The Wiggles as a kid?
Yes, and I think I know exactly what you're referring to.
Yes, the fruit salad song. I love the fruit salad song.
Time, and I want out.
If I actually didn't watch The Wiggles, I have only seen
Monster.
I've only seen commercials for it. I did watch a
That's
TV
a
show
shame.
called The Comfy Couch, which I doubt anyone here knows.
No, I've never heard of it.
If it were known in advance how terrible you are going to be at this matching game, the author may have given a second thought to preparing this cool interactive Flash application. Look at all these fruits on the loose. Good luck trying to settle them down. May I just point out that this is not interactive.
Yeah.
Arrow. You just deploy the gadgets yourself. Jade, stick fruits in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. These fruits are unlikely to become less impudent anytime soon, regardless of where they are stored, but you stick them in anyway. Arrow. You take a look at the refrigerator's rotary interface. You wonder what he is in the mood for today. Oh, I said that wrong. The refrigerator's rotary interface. Jade, press the steak button. Okay, well, it's a rotary dial, so there are no buttons to press, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. You dial up a thick T-bone steak, which you are sure Beckers is in the mood for, because he is in the mood for steak every day and is never in the mood for anything else. But he does like his steak well cooked. Arrow. Lightly irradiated steak. He does prefer his steak rare, after all, but you will not dignify the thought of turning the knob much further because you are not Arsler.
You're not stupid.
You capture log the irradiated steak and save it for your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste much more time. You wouldn't want all those nice depleted steak isotopes to settle down. Jade, examine the atomic bass by your bed.
Base. Like it's the instrument.
It's a bass. It's a giant fish.
It's the weirdest fish I've ever seen.
That's not very nice. You wouldn't exactly call it an atomic bass, but it is heavily customized to accommodate a high level of musical virtuosity. The perfect instrument for the electrically spirited. You've turned the strings way down, of course, because your grumpy arms can't reach the low notes. Arrow.
Stumpy.
Yeah. Oh. Stump.
Whatever.
You switch your electric bass to its advanced setting.
Eclectic.
Eclectic bass. Yeah. God, I suck at pronouncing things.
Bass.
Bass!
Bass.
It's a fish!
Hey, soup time!
Hi, hey, Soup Time, welcome. And I noticed that you started following 6 hours ago. That is very much appreciated.
Yeah, they're also reading through Undertale. I'm Homestuck. I'm tired.
No, they're the same thing. They are effectively.
They are basically the same thing.
I mean, they exist in the same universe, yeah. I like to think that. The Toby Fox expanded universe.
So
That
when
would
are
be
we
incredible.
getting the next movie in the Toby Fox expanded universe, as directed by James Cameron?
I don't know, when is he making Deltarune Act 2?
It's in the works.
But you But you promptly switch it back, since obviously it's too complicated to play it in person like this. The default setting is your preferred mode for casual jamming. Also, you only have 2 arms, so there's that. And since you can't possibly waste enough time playing music, casually jam is exactly what you're gonna do. Play a hauntingly relaxing bass line. I know what I said.
I know. Still hate you for it.
What? What is happening?
Nothing.
The plants are growing. Oh, hi, Kepler. What's up, Kep? Does she live in Minecraft? Oh. Hey, buddy. Who's a good boy? Yeah, say hi to Kepler, everybody.
Hello. Good boy.
Captchalogue the base. There you go. You take the portable amp from the wall socket too. Jade, open lunchtop. Nope. You like to make yourself comfy in your You like to make yourself comfy in your plushy pile before getting down to business with your computer. Let's get down to business.
I wanted to follow that up with something because you told the joke before I could, and I just couldn't think of anything.
To lay down some plush.
Just, okay, let the record show that I fucking suck at ad-lib.
Whoa, that is not a computer. That is... What the fuck? What am I looking at? What is happening?
Oculus Rift?
Activate Pester Chum. Hey, look, John is online. Hooray! Also, it looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. Sorry, Kepler is really leaning into this.
Good kitty.
Good kid.
Mr. John. You greet John, but he does not respond. He is undoubtedly gallivanting around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. Not mirth. Where did I get the SH from? He may also be retrieving the 2 packages and the 2 envelopes, which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. Let's see if Dave left a new wrap. It does not appear so, but you never know with that crazy and cool guy. So cool.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No, I have heard that Pester Chum does have a variant that, it does exist.
I never tried it.
Hey. Oh, you're asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It's like nothing means anything. It's so cool getting hella chumped by your coquettish damn riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say. I'm like the Grand Marshal of gross chumpage, waving around my fucking chump ductor baton, assistant director of chumpography, celebrated author Ernest Chumping wait. That's weak. Chumple Stiltskin, chumple dipshit. Yeah. You're asleep? Yes, no? ASL? S equals species? Baboon? Kangaroo rat? If kangaroo rat, if twice, please. Okay, well, you're not saying anything, so I guess whether you're not awake or on asleep or whatever, you're just not around, and I'm wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting a killer persona here. Like, I don't know, like a wide open V-shaped leotard, a fuck ton of body paint. Some, like, sinewy, back-arching Cirque du Soleil-looking motherfucker, always low to the ground, getting a good prowl on, like I dropped my keys in the dark. Nimblest son of a bitch who ever had the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face for a reason that wasn't a joke. Jade, hey, where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble jacked open on my lap and primed for goddamn bear, and you're gone. By the way, my name is Aquede Permusk, hardest buttock in the jungle, tempered steel. Hey, yeah, just wanted to give you this remix I finished. Here. Turntech Godhead sent Garden Gnostic file explore remix.mp3. So, yeah, you don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyway. Talk to you tomorrow.
Jade, open the fresh jams.
Can we talk for a moment about my midline acrobatic fucking pirouette over the slur?
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah, these do slap. The question is, what do the symbols next to this mean? Oh! I think...
People who made... the characters who made them.
Ah. Who's a good boy? You open the Fresh Jams media player and add Dave's remix to the playlist. Open Echidna and go to mspadeadventures.com. Wait, what?
GT boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you just did may have been a colossal waste of time and intermission.
Isn't this happening? What? Jade, your existence confuses me. Oh, hang on, I gotta go back. I've been requested to play Oh God What. No, that bops. Okay, what about the remix? You open your web browser and visit MS Paint Adventures. You navigate to a random page in the middle of the latest epic. It looks like it was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission here, whatever it was. It was clearly advanced. It was clearly advanced in the plot and no relevant. It clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. End intermission. What?
Now on to Midnight Crew.
Midnight Crew, Act 1031. This animation style is so weird. Arrow. You've killed a little time, but there's still no sign of John. Pastor Dave.
Excuse me, I just started eating something. I'm sorry.
They're fine.
Okay.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, wait. We've read this before. Should we go over it again?
Nah.
Yeah, just talking about, like... Yeah, I gotta go down to feedback. Gotta get past Grandpa.
Oh.
So now... Strike.
Round 1. Strife. Arrow.
That goes on for a while.
Rose is online. Pastor Rose.
Alright, this is new.
Alright, no Ginger, no Foxy.
No.
Alright, here I go.
Alright.
I require a font of frighteningly accurate, yet infuriatingly nonsense information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort?
Yes, okay, but we can't talk for long.
You have plans.
Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you will lose your internet connection soon, and we won't talk again for a pretty long time. Not until you enter.
Enter?
Yeah!
This is what I was talking about. This was the itch I needed scratching. My avarice for the inscrutable is limitless.
Hello, what did you want to know?
You've been insisting today was the big day. We would all play a game you didn't know the name of. A game you said I'd get in the mail, and did. One that would help me answer some questions. But Strider is being obtuse. I can't catch John at his computer. You don't seem to have the game yourself. And on top of all of that, my internet is unstable. So, are you sure today is the day?
There sure are a lot of challenges, but yes, I'm sure. Dave is cool. You know he will come around when the time is right. He just has a lot of work to do first. And so do you. You'll need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It will be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with you two.
Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I'm sure you think little of blithely upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Moreau over there on Hell Murder Island, but honestly, I've only read a few books on it.
Dark? That's ridiculous. I don't really know what to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is. And most importantly, you will have your questions answered, but they will be the ones you haven't thought to ask yet. Just be patient and be brave. You'll see. It will be fun. Uh-oh, looks like you've got to go. Take care, Rose.
Tentacle therapist has ceased pestering Garden Gnostic. Jade, be the other girl. You are now the other girl several hours in the future. It appears the secret passage in the mausoleum is opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Descend. Jade, stop being the other girl and pester John again. You spent enough time for now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. By then, he will have his hands full, as will you. Arrow. You pack up your lunch top and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Blah, 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 blah. Descend. Try as you might, you can't stop your finger from... what?
Yeah, I was just gonna say read first and then click.
Oh. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. Arrow. Boing, boing, boing. Dead. 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 Maybe dead. Most definitely dead.
Not dead. And then it just repeats.
Sorry, it's hard use my mouse while Kepler is like, Daddy, be my pillow! Also in the future. But years, not hours. Under bare white branches, a century awakens. Oh. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, hell no.
Arrow.
And now more walkthrough.
Oh, okay. Okay, buddy, I gotta read this.
So it looks like this is John writing this, so you don't have to do the voice.
Oh, okay. Is anyone actually reading any of this, or are they all dead? I don't know if anyone besides us is even alive and playing the game, or if anyone really cares what we have to say. Rose said I should add some stuff to this FAQ if anything occurred to me, so I guess I'm doing that. I figure at the very least it will be a good reference for just us to use. But Dave probably won't read any of this because he's sort of a whooping stupid horse butt. Whatever. I finally figured out what those weird codes on the back of the capture log cards are for. Well, maybe not what they're always for, but a way that Spurb has exploited them for an in-game purpose. Every captured item stamps the card with the unique holes in the card, which is derived from that code. The punch card can then be used with other gizmos to duplicate the item and or combine it with another item. I got to thinking about this, and with my amazing hacker skills, I noticed a trend. The whole pattern is based on a fairly simple cipher, converting the captcha code to binary, and then the binary pattern is punched, where 1 is the punched hole and 0 is the unpunched slot. So here's a table just to be clear. 0 is 0, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 5 to 5, 6 to 6. Oh, I see. Yeah, and then it... Yep. There are a couple of oddball characters, exclamation mark and question mark at the end, to bring it up to 63. 0 through 63 is 64 total, i.e. 6 bits. Cause the binary representation of the captcha code are 6 bits each, which has a range of 0 to 63. So for instance, the captcha code for a hammer is NZ7U, all that. Look up the index for N first, which is 49. The binary of 49 is 110001. Keep doing that for all the characters and you get that. Okay, that's the pattern for what will be punched on the card, but the bits are arranged from top to bottom, left to right, in 4 columns like this. So, or a punch card will look like this. That must have taken for fucking effort to put in. Like, why did you use... John?
ASCII hurts my Brian.
Jeez, this guy is just super relaxed. Wow. Okay, that pretty much looks like shit, but you get the idea. So to combine two items, you just overlap two punch cards. Only the places where both cards have a hole will show through. So it's sort of like bitwise, a bitwise and operation on both cards. The new pattern gives you the code for the new item. For instance, combining the code for a hammer and a pogo ride gives a new code with less holes, obviously, which translates to that. That whole pattern went on to make the pogo hammer, which is so rad you have no idea. I've also wondered if you could combine items in other ways, like a bitwise OR. That means combining the cards to get more holes, not less, i.e., the new pattern has a hole for every hole on either card. This pattern would be accomplished by double punching a card, like 2 codes, 1 card. I've got to try that sometime. But there are mysterious things about all of this. First of all, with all of the hole slots, there are 48 bits in total, which means there are almost 300 trillion possible codes, and 300 trillion sounds huge, but when you consider it's supposed to account for all conceivable items, including all the wacky combinations of stuff, it suddenly doesn't seem that big. This leads me to believe that not every combination of item has a viable duplicate. But this is kind of obvious anyway, since there are many combinations of punch cards which will produce a blank card with an "and" or a totally punch card with an "or." So there are lots of dud combinations out there, and many that will just lead to the same pattern. Like, for instance, a gun and an atom bomb could make some sort of ultimate death ray. But for that matter, a shoehorn and a potted plant could lead to the exact same pattern. So weird. Also, it seems like combined items will always have patterns with much fewer holes or much more holes than more ordinary items, which will occupy the vast, meaty middle of all possible patterns. It is strange and counterintuitive that makes more complex items have simpler patterns, but hey, there you have it. But all of this sort of makes me guess that the system can be cracked in some way. Like if you have a complicated item and you want to extract simpler item components from it, there may be some algorithm for deriving the pattern you want, or at least narrowing it down from the possibilities. There might also be a way of charting through the simpler patterns on both ends of the spectrum, and pinning down the ones that will make cooler stuff. Who knows? I want to ask Jade about this because she's really good at this sort of thing. Somehow, even though she doesn't have my elite hacker cred, too bad she makes herself so scarce all the time. Jade, if you ever read this, let me know what you think. ASCII Slimer.
All right.
Punch card calculator. Oh. Huh.
Yep.
What happens if everything is triggered? Trigger everything!
It's just all exclamation points you can put in.
Yeah! There we go. That is a very nervous punch card.
That's a chaotic image.
Wait, let me do.
I have anxiety.
What?
What the fuck is going on? Okay.
Arrow.
We continue to this place.
SN. Arrow. You enter the laboratory. Rose, look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise, or anyone for that matter. The lab appears to be deserted. There is a kiosk, though. Arrow. Arrow. It looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Transportatize as far down as you go. Boink. This is as far down as you can go. The Grand Foyer is still a few floors down, but the Transportalizer on that level is blocked by one of Grandpa's impressive big game trophies. And you just don't think he would be caught into someone moving it. Speaking of which, here are some of his trophies now. He has 1 million of these ghastly things. You really dislike them. I'm seeing a few non-existent animals. Why did you kill them? Why didn't you bring them to science? Proceed.
Cockatrice.
You hop down a level. Granddad also likes to accumulate valiant knights from his travels. These are pretty cool, you guess. Keep going. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, how can you forget about his stash of decrepit mummies? God, you hate these things.
I feel you, Jade. I don't like the mummy either.
Don't stop. What?
Ooh.
Arrow. This is your grandfather's collection of what he refers to as his beauties. No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in front of the front window of a beauty parlor. Oh, I get it. Some sort of establishment he's plundered no less frequently than ancient tombs. You guess they were sort of like your sisters while growing up, and you were always encouraged to look up to them. They're all awfully pretty ladies, you suppose, but it was always hard to get excited about them as Grandpa. Jade, study hard and keep your rifles at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you'll rise to the task and take your rifle place among the daughters of Electria. Eclectica. That old coot sure is a bag of wind. Jade, complete your descent.
Ah.
Ah! Arrow. You reach the ground level. This is the stupid thing blocking the transportalizer. It is unspeakably hideous. Down the southeast hall is the Grand Foyer. You'll have to cross through it to leave the house. Arrow. Looks like someone's pestering you, even though you thought you logged off. Answer.
Oh boy! Here we go!
Show pester log.
Hi again, idiot.
Oh no.
So I guess today is finally the day you fuck everything up.
Huh.
Is there nothing I can do to change your mind?
You can leave me alone. How could you even be talking to me after I blocked you? And after I logged out?
You don't get that I am better and smarter than you in every way forever. You don't get that because you are incredibly stupid.
I get that you're a jerk and you should shut up. Goodbye, you jerk.
The hell?
Hee
Look at the kiosk.
No way. The first appearance of him is on 11/11. That's something else. That's Homestuck.
Not too shabby.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a mapping of each hub's index. It appears one of the hubs was recently unlocked. Go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center, you find a strange little stage that looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance. Or it would if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous, and also if it didn't sound like a R-slur idea given the circumstances. It looks sort of like the various contraptions you've been deploying in John's house. You wonder what it does. Attempt to plug laptop in a nearby hub. Oh no. Arrow.
Bye, Jaspers.
Great. You just vaporized your dead cat. Oh well. Ashes to ashes, you guess. There's gotta be a better way to deal with this lousy tree. Examine the fetch modus. Looks like you can choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the whole tree, as you've been doing all along. You select the leaf. You also turn off auto balance since its consequences can be a little mystifying sometimes. Arrow. You gather up all of your items again in an order that places your laptop in a conveniently accessible leaf. You're not sure why you didn't do this a lot sooner. Kind of a funny looking tree now, but your concern for structural elegance is at an all-time low. Find the unlocked hub. As long as you're going to plug in your computer, you might as well find that hub. Here it is, Hub SN Lab 0413. It is unlocked and thus removable from the grid. You suspect this was the same beacon transmitting the unsecured signal you were using earlier. Arrow. You pick up. I love that she just goes across, just grabs it. You pick up you pick the laptop leaf from the tree. You plug your laptop into the hub, then capture log the hub and the laptop. There must be a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around. Hey, what's that? It's another one of those ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it when you first entered the lab about a minute ago. It looks like this one may have been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. You can only hope that when you turn on your computer again, there will be a connection invitation from one Mr. Strider. Again in the future.
Gaianet.
Another timer winds down sideways. Future stuff is happening.
Did a thing.
Dave, abscond!
Abscond.
It keeps wait, no, where's the sound? Oh. Can't abscond, bro! Round 2. Strife! Why are they doing this? It's happening! Ooh! I warned you about this, bro! I told you,
dog! I warned you about stairs, bro! It keeps happening.
Thank you.
Yep.
If you ever get a new mic, keep that one.
Yeah.
I absolutely will.
What does? You don't have time to humor every random thought that pops into your head. The clock is ticking. Look around for anything else of importance. This looks like something of importance. It appears SkiaNet's primary session terminal monitoring a great number of spurb sessions in the northeastern United States and parts of Canada. Upon further investigation, you draw some logical conclusions. It looks like each session consists of an IP address and a physical location. The colored dots on the map appear to be meteor impact sites. It seems each session corresponds with a meteor, but not all meteors have sessions. The color of the dot appears to indicate the status of the meteor's descent. The red dots indicate meteors that have already landed. Yellow dots are imminent collisions, green will impact later, and blue will take the longest to touch down. Arrow. Use the panel to center on your present location and zoom in. Surrounding the lab are, of course, hundreds of smaller meteors that have been raining down steadily throughout the evening. Most of the meteorites have either landed already or will shortly. Centered over the lab is a significantly larger imminent collision. You can't say precisely how imminent, but you could certainly take an educated stab at it. Just southwest of the lab, centered suspiciously near the location of your house, is an even larger looming collision, though this one appears slightly less imminent. The terminal looks like it can monitor any meteor or session around the world. Search filters can be applied as well, restricting results based on size, time of impact, location, and so on. You zoom way out and narrow the search based on size. The two at the top of the list appear to be the biggest by far. You examine their coordinates. The second biggest is centered over a U.S. city. The biggest by a landslide, luckily for the Earth, you suppose, is way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. No, that's not necessarily good.
Not really, no.
Turn on your laptop and check on John. You plug your laptop into the hub again and turn it on. It is now powered and connected to a wireless signal the hub is broadcasting. Your spurb session reconnects. No sign of John here. You wonder why the house is shaking. Last time you saw him, he was on one of the roof platforms. You'll have to navigate via the SERB interface to find him. Ascend. Boop. Boop. Boing. Boing, 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 boing! Eye lasers! Boing! Just giant boing. Cookies! Cookie laser!
The winner is you!
High five, Nanaquin. Hey, long enough. Good
Call
work.
back.
Good work, John. Oh, hey, you're back. For now, I'll have to leave again shortly. It looks like there's another large meteor headed for my present location. Oh, so does that mean Dave connected with you? Not yet, but I'll explain later. But I think I've determined that activating the timer in the game is not directly responsible for summoning a meteor to your location. The countdown seems merely to exist as kind of a warning to the player, as well as a strange coincidence. Okay. I don't really think I get it. Is this relevant? Probably not the moment, and certainly not to you. I have to go. Okay, later. P.S. Try not to waste too much of that grist while I'm gone. Climb the etch ladder. You rocket up the etch ladder to the dizzying heights of the vaunted Boy Skylark rung.
Woo!
Your new feather is hard-earned and well-deserved, and alarmingly fashionable. Moppet of Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, a cookie laser would be pretty cool.
Now collect some fat loots.
You and your ceramic pork hollow rejoice in the mound of wealth yielded from your meteoric ascent up the ladder. You're still not sure what all these boon dollars can actually get you, but when pulling in such an insane loot hand over fist like this, who cares? Not you. Pick up as much grist as you can hold. You expand your cash limit. Your expanded cash limit is more than enough to accommodate the grist windfall. You gather up 2,060 pieces of build grist, 1,040 pieces of shale, 490 drops of tar, and 350 drops of mercury. You can't wait to find out what amazing items this new supply of grist will be just barely insufficient to produce. Oh god, there's grist littered down there too. Those stupid ogres were like huge grist pinatas. One of those big sour grape electric Holocaust fruit gushers is jammed in the hole in the platform. You guess there's only one way to get it.
John, don't forget your book. It is your birthright. You ought to give it a read when you have a moment, particularly the first several pages.
All right, Nana, I will. Hey, Nana?
Yes, dear?
Since I'm trying to get up to that gate, and since you can sort of conjure floating beds and throw me around and all, can you just throw me up to the gate?
Yes, of course, John. Well, that wouldn't serve your purpose as well. There is a very good reason why you should build up to it, and then keep building.
Oh, okay, I guess that's what I figured. So, just one more thing. Do you think that instead of telling me exactly why all of this... do you think that instead of telling me exactly why that is with a really clear explanation, you can give me a series of really coy riddles about it and then just sort of giggle?
John, you are a very fresh young man. Your father has done such a wonderful job of raising you. I am proud of you both.
I guess.
When you pass through the first gate, everything will change. You will find the place where the constellations dance beneath the clouds, and then your true work may begin. Hoo-hoo!
I suddenly understand everything. Elsewhere we find a place. What the hell am I looking at? Every sprite is sacred. Every sprite is good. When a sprite is wasted, you get crushed by a meteor.
Sick reference, Swift.
Where a kingdom lies entrenched beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness. Oh.
Dad!
Arrow. Oh. Arrow.
Oh, shit.
Arrow. Arrow. Graveyard stuffers. You are now the peregrine the peregrine mendicant. You are flying westward in your peculiar mobile station. You have no sense of your bearings presently. The door is blocked by a metal column which extended through the entry shaft before liftoff. What will you do? Check the mail. This message to Dr. Brenner looks pretty serious. Open the envelope. Never. The mail is sacred, and sacred is the trust between the postman and the recipients of his precious parcels. You have made a solemn pledge to deliver this letter to the doctor just as soon as you determine where this address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this wasteland for that matter. The mail is freedom. The mail is life. The mail is the very fabric of civil. Wait. Let thought for one moment. Arrow. Arrow. The mail is the one final hope for resurrecting a dead planet from its ashes, and the letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in this righteous crusade. They are the defenders of the light of knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. They are the bold totalers of all those little papery conduits of freedom. The white postmarked angels that whisper a message on their deliverance, a promise of yawning. There is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection, mail. Whew.
Male.
Did you just assume that letter's gender? Examine keyboard and screen. It's a terminal used to activate the station's homing mechanism. It looks like it has now returned control to you. The default viewport displays commands previously entered, including the last and only command, home. Type view. You type in another one of the previously entered commands. It switches to the view of a young girl standing alone somewhere. There's some heavy video interference of some sort. The girl seems familiar to you. Greetings. Boop. Don't I know you?
Whoa, boy.
Arrow.
Oh boy.
Arrow. Boosh. Rose, if you to acknowledge the absurd tea set. You successfully disregard the tea set because it's stupid and shouldn't be in a place like this. You probe further into the lab. Looks like a little girl's room. This all strikes you as a bit odd. No time for messing around in here, though. Wear the scarf. Be the writer. Okay, maybe you'll do a little messing around. You're only human. Ah, what's that? You are accosted by a friendly mutant kitten. Resist the great urge to take the wedged shale. You know you should grab this thing, but you are suddenly feeling apprehensive about entering your father's room. With all the scampering around it, you almost slipped your mind about how much you hate his hideous clowns. No use putting it off any longer. There's only one thing left to do. Give me a D. Give me an E. Give me an S. Give me a C. Jump down.
Ew.
Arrow. Scamper into the grand foyer with wild abandon.
Last skipper.
You scamper your heart out and bump into something. You don't know why. He always insists on keeping it so dark in here. Oh look, it's one of his dumb globes. These things make it awfully difficult to navigate the foyer. We get it, Granddad. You like to travel around the world on adventures and stuff. Stupid globes. Arm yourself. Grandpa will surely have stern words for you if he catches you without your trusty rifle at the ready. That's just what you need. Another one of his blustering, mustachioed diatribes. Mustachioed diatribes. You're rolling your eyes in advance, getting them warmed up. But ideally, you can evade him altogether. All you have to do is get past the fireplace and out the front door, and you will be scot-free. Examine those chaps on the sofa. Those are the manners for distinguished house guests. They like to gather here by the fireplace for tea time, as well as pretty much all other times. It's all very mannerly and civilized. You know exactly what's going to happen if you try and sneak by. The fireplace is going to light up, and your grandpa's silhouette is going to appear in front of the fire and give you a spook. He is so predictable. Arrow! And there he goes! The old man hosts the flame.
Oh, yeah. He's got a ticket for the big game. We read that one.
Oh, yeah. That's when they do the hug and...
I think the very last one we read was the one where Hella Jeff has the car.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You suppose you could still manage to sneak by the crafty old man if you're fast enough. Avoiding this encounter would be ideal. Encounters with him are usually intense. Leap dramatically across the divide. Whoops. You guess an encounter with him is almost certain now, but most likely not for a while. Time to see what everyone else is up to. Let's say Dave. Strife! I'll snap. Preloader, psych out.
Nope. Jade strafing.
Strife? What? What?
And agrees.
Welcome to Homestuck.
Your father is a corpse. What? Arrow.
Yes, I am going out with this gun. No, I will not go to get a bigger one. No, I will not take yours. I can't even lift it. Oh, that is so preposterous. Do you even hear what you're saying? I will be fine. This is a perfectly deadly gun, and it shoots lots of incredibly deadly bullets. Oh, will you just stop it? I am going now. Goodbye. Love you.
Your father's stuffed. Your grandfather's stuffed. Abscond. He was so much easier to deal with when he was alive. Miraculously survive. On-page blog spot used by Andrew Hussey for behind-the-scenes commentary during the early days of Homestuck. Huh. Peer out the explosion hole. Arrow. 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 Refuse to... Rose, refuse to acknowledge the absurd kitten. You fail miserably. Oh, look. There's some more mad science crap over here. Insert coin. The weird arcade gizmo adapted to this setup obviously doesn't take coins anymore. Assuming it ever did. Besides, you left all of your coins on the fridge, remember? Play a game. This doesn't appear to be a game. It appears to be an purifier. Screw around with the purifier. You messed up the controls. Hey, Jaspers is alive! Or at least he was in the past. According to this timestamp, he was almost 9 years ago. You tried with the crosshairs with the joystick, but it appears to be permanently locked on a specific target. You might just be able to unlock it, but you clearly don't have much time to horse around with this sort of thing. Arrow. You zoom out. It looks like you and Jaspers were having one of your sessions. You weren't making a lot of progress, though, because Jaspers was no doubt being characteristically recalcitrant. You possibly jolted this phrase down in your pad. It's hard to remember, though. Wait, could this be that day? You attempt to purify Jaspers. That would certainly cause a time paradox, because you can plainly see that he has not yet told you his secret yet. But it seems the machine has a safety mechanism to prevent such irresponsible purification practices.
Sloop.
The paradox goes to print of Jasper as it purifies instead, and quickly settles into a mound of sludge. The machine beside it sucks up the paradox sludge and begins some kind of automated procedure. It seems whatever sort of primordial biochemical properties the sludge possesses is capable of being evaluated by the device. And the cat goes wild. Arrow. The device generates a fetal paradox clone of Jasper's. The wretched creature exhibits a number of unfortunate mutations, though good news is it will be mercifully unestablished along with this facility shortly. This is also the bad news. Whoever was operating this machine in the past may have been making unsuccessful attempts to perfect the science of ectobiology. Have a flashback. There is no need for a flashback. Conveniently, you can watch what happened right here on the monitor. You roll the clock forward several seconds. Jaspers reveals his stunning secret to you in strict confidence. Before you can ask him to clarify, he vanished into thin air. You now believe you understand why. However, you are not the one to purify him from this moment. Your hand was nowhere near the controls just now. A couple weeks after he vanished, his body washed up along the riverbank. His suit was just a mess. Your mother fitted him with a new one just before the absurd funeral service she insisted upon. Trace Jaster's whereabouts on the machine. You roll the clock forward a week soon after he vanished. It seems that there is no accessible feat tracing his whereabouts during this time frame. You fast forward another week. There he is, just as we found him. Fast forward to now. Oh god.
Meow, meow.
Arrow.
Wait.
Oh.
There was just something else on there. We'd have to watch the whole thing over again.
Why not? More meows.
Okay.
Meow. Meow.
Hi, Vega. Yes, I'm meowing. Why are you looking at me like that? It's fine. It's fine, Vega. No judging me. So I think her mother has been using these experiments to try and bring Jaspers back.
Plausible.
The pink horseshoe? Okay. Oh. Ride. Loading. What?
Wear the scarf. Be the rider.
Okay. You know what? Even goth girls can have their girly moments, you know? There's no reason a goth can't, you know, go full this.
Nay.
Nay.
Yep, that's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Arrow. It's Jasper's! He's alive! Oh, okay, he's still dead. But his body's intact. Turns out it wasn't some sort of disintegrator like you thought. It's more like an escapalizer. Purify Jasper's immediately. Good thing you got all this sorted out. You only have 10 seconds to spare. Time to stash that dead cat and Amscray. Rose, stop fooling around and transportalize out of there.
Pretty decent escapalization.
Yeah. Locate and feed the devil beast you call a pet. Good luck finding him. If he wants to be found, he'll find you. Becquerel, Baccarakabak, Becky has always managed to elude your
Prognosticative.
prognosticative faculties. He is completely invisible to your intuition somehow, a property almost totally unique to him. He used to freak you out a little, but you have long since grown accustomed to it. Arrow? Huh? Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all. Move right along. Jade, retrieve the package that you expected to arrive. The birthday package you were expecting from John arrived months late, and yet right on time. It landed over there past the crumbling monument, a satellite to the great mystic ruins at the center of the Crater Lagoon. Triple somersault into the room, etc. Stick the landing. Okay, you do that. You're now in your dad's room.
Good job.
Where are the clowns? You spot your dad's briefcase beside you. It contains all sorts of clues or at least various forms of paperwork critical to his trade as a hilarious street performer. Snoop. Ah, yes. Here come the secrets. Get ready for some major wait a minute. These boring business documents and spreadsheets. What the hell is going on here? Sam in your dad's room. Just a businessman. Not all in the clowns. Most shocking twist yet. Who's this?
Douchebag!
Hi, Kepler.
Aw.
Baby. Baby.
Calm down, he'll be all right. So all those years, while you believed he was out busking up the corners with hilarious antics, he was working as an ordinary businessman all along. He was just a man trying to make a good honest living for his son. Maybe he's just too embarrassed to tell the truth, or maybe it was just you never bothered to ask. I guess you always just assumed. The human prisoner has broken up his cell once again. Attempts to block the cell door with heavy objects has proven futile. Arrow?
Yeet!
You're going to need a bigger safe. Who's this guy? Spades Slick? Got a nice ring to it. But you know your own name, and that damn well ain't your name. Take another stab at it. State name and rank.
Now you gotta be all noir for this guy.
You are Arch-Agent Jack Noir. You oversee various affairs of a dark kingdom. Presently, you are determining how to deal with this prisoner, who has been a thorn in your side since he was apprehended. You view the affairs of the kingdom through a series of fenestrated walls. You have 3 walls, nearly enough to form a crucible of vigilance, which is a full and proper enclosure for an agent of your stature. However much your utter contempt, your 4th wall was stolen some time ago. Bleh.
Shame.
Jack, don comical hat. This frivolous headdress turns your stomach. You'd sooner stick your head in a furnace than coax it into this monstrosity's lonesome, colorful maw. It's bad enough that your exalted ruler ordered everyone to drape themselves in these hideous rags the exact moment this troublesome human with the pipe and his child showed up, but you draw the line at the hat. Call him minion. You order one of your burliest agents to the scene. Oh, sorry, I'm reading wrong. You order one of your burliest agents to the scene. He brings something heavier this time. Blah. Your transmission is interrupted. Just because I know it's the internet. There. Kitten view.
Get deep.
Your transmission is interrupted. It seems your glorious monarch has concerns over your wardrobe. Arrow. Fine. You begrudgingly don the comical hat. Stupid, lousy, wise, and just leader. What a royal pain in the ass. Throw down the hat in disgust. You fully intend to once your superior stops breathing down your neck for a second. Wait. What now?
Dad, don't play.
Your blood is boiling so hot you could cook an egg on your carapace. Looks like you'll have to handle this yourself. Investigate room for anything Dad may have left behind. It seems there are some unopened birthday presents, which Dad didn't get around to giving you yet. Present time! Open a present and see what's inside. This one on the right seems promising. You open up to see what's inside. Oh god, yes. The Fetch Modes control deck. Contains sweet loot. You tear into this thing and put a mean pep on the sweet loot. In addition to the Modus control deck, you get a bonus array Fetch Modus, plus another 12 cards, which are practically worthless by this point, but hey, you take them. First thing you need to do is flush the extra cards into your deck. Okay, this is just way too many cards. Equip array Fetch Modus. The array modus allows you to store and retrieve any item from any card at any time. It seems exceptionally serviceable, albeit difficult to weaponize. Boring. You can read controls with the control deck. There's nothing to read, really. You just pop some modus cartridges into the slots, fire it up, and see what happens. You start by putting the stack and Q mode in the slots. The Stilodex now behaves like both a stack and a Q. Items can be removed from either the top card or the bottom card. You see no reason not just jam the array cartridge in there too. Make sure to blow the dust out of it first, of course. The Stilodex reconfigures itself into an array of distinct Q stacks. And now we're talking. This is just the sort of needless complexity you have come to expect from your inventory management system. Unwrap the smallest present first. You have a staunch policy of always saving the biggest present for last. Always. You receive a box of delicious fruit gushers! Could this birthday get any better? You don't think so. Open the big one.
It could get better if the world didn't just die.
You thought wrong. Suave suit. Fill up an entire Q stack with shoes. Oh, awesome. Q stack full of shoes. Capsule log fruit gushers. Dang, you spaced out and put in the wrong Q stack. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of this thing. Closely inspect fruit gushers box. Massive tropical brain hemorrhage. So delicious. You can't wait to capsule log one of these packs and make like 1 million gushers. Screw all this building nonsense. You'd rather make candy. Wait a minute. It can't be. The heinous which has her gnarled claws and everything. What do gushers have to do with baked goods anyway? How does this make sense? Why? Why? Mental breakdown. Cool fructose monsoon. Kiwi mango colonic rush. Wicked watermelon groin injury. Mixed berry social anxiety disorder.
That's me.
Neon green eagle backhill jam and sour diabetic wild cherry bean chicken crash whatever.
This is stupid.
Retrieve package.
All right.
It is time. Strife.
Alright. Arsenalize. What? What? I still agree. What? What is happening?
Back is happening.
Or magnify. Arf! Go fetch.
Got
it.
Yay! Good dog! Best friend!
Such a good boy. Arrow.
No, keep. Oh, okay.
Wait, was something about to happen?
That's fine.
Arrow. Map. Arrow. Check cell for any mixed atoms with cat. Nope, no mixed atoms. Look like you and your... Oh yeah, I always forget I can zoom in. It's fine for me, but I forget you guys have a smaller window. Nope, no mixed atoms. Looks like you and your kitty kept your genes to yourselves. Your new kitty whose name is... You'll think on that one later. Where the heck are you anyway? Oh, you're back home. The well-stocked bar and vantage from the window tells you this is your mom's room. Or at least what you thought was her room. You decide not to especially be melodramatic about this revelation. Watch the meteor impact. Huh, that's funny. Shouldn't that place be unestablished by now? The sudden downpour of smaller meteors has stopped. Oh.
Le boom.
Better get out of here. This room is a powder keg with all this booze laying around. Suddenly you're feeling very businessman-like for some reason. You just punched a shitload of cards in anticipation of making a whole lot of cool stuff. This time you didn't foolishly destroy any items. You just looked at the codes for some of the objects you rounded up and punched them onto the blank cards. You wonder how much alchemizing you can get away with before Rose gets back, and if she's any right to tell you what to do with your hard-earned grist. You're the one running around here and putting her ass on the line. All she's got to do is mess around with her on her computer. Anyway, you better hurry. And now Jade is going to dream. Arrow. Plonk.
Robot.
What? You are now dreaming. Your dream bot is awake and active. Obliquely foreshadow future through interpretive dance. Your silly dance foreshadows nothing and is essentially meaningless, but it sure was a lot of fun. Quick, get into bed. You climb into bed and try and get comfortable, but some sort of invisible force is pressing down on you. The strange feeling of cold, heavy metal. This happens every time you try and get into bed. No wonder you can never get any sleep. Realize you can fly. Of course, it's not much to realize. Of course you can fly. Open the package. You stop all this flying around nonsense and examine John's birthday package. Unfortunately, you cannot open it yet. This package has an important journey to make first. You're planning on delivering it momentarily. Good thing you already know what's inside, otherwise you would surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You sincerely pity anyone who might be forced to endure such a fate. Once in the past. Enough for the weather to be seasonably reconcilable? Hey, happy birthday, Jade.
Yay! Thank you, John!
Okay, I got your present in the mail just on time. Plus, I sent Rose and Dave's too. Why do your guys' birthdays have to be all bunched together like that? You're running me ragged.
I know, but it is nice of you to think of all of us like that.
I can't wait to see I can't wait for you to see what I got you. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but hopefully it will help you solve those problems you've been having lately. Mysterious wink.
I'm sure it is great. I can't wait either. It might take a while to get here from there, but it will be worth the wait.
Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I forgot how long it takes you to get stuff. Ugh!
John, that's okay, really. I'm sure it will get to me exactly when it needs to, and it'll be a nice surprise when it does.
Okay, well, I hope so.
Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to tell someone to go away.
Oh god, the trolls again.
Yep.
They seem to be they've been such a pain in the ass lately. It seems like there are so many. There are either like 50 of these idiots or it's one guy with a lot of alt accounts.
I've never had any sort of feeling about them or what they want, which is kind of weird. But it seems to me like they are probably all different people and not one guy. I've counted 12.
What do they want with us?
Some people just like to needle others for some reason, John. It is like a game, I guess. They are like pranksters.
Oh, hell no. Shittiest pranksters ever.
But I think they are mostly harmless. Every so often they manage to get through my block filter and hassle me. It's been going on for years. Actually, some of them are kind of funny, I think.
Oh, wow. What, years? Okay, well, I'm sick of them. I've been thinking of changing my Pester Chum handle to throw them off the trail, so I guess I'm gonna do that.
And notice
Ghosty
he
Trickster.
did.
What did he change it to again?
Ectobiologist.
Ah. Make totems. You've already carved a few totems, but you still have to return to the living room for more Krugside dowels. Your carving work is not nearly complete. Every time you re-enter the room, you just shudder at the recent handiwork of those mischievous imps. You can't turn your back on them for a second, rotten imps. Those posters were like children to you.
Poor Nick Cage.
Flea room. At long last, you've returned to your bedroom with stable power supply and internet connection. Vodka Mutiny purrs at your side. Suppose you will call it Muty for short. Pester John. That's quite a totem collection. What are you planning? Oh, hi. Oh, gonna make some stuff. Are you okay? Hasn't your house been on fire for like 5 hours now? No, that was a nearby forest, which up until quite recently would have been best described as on fire. But you would be excited to learn that just as recently, my house finally notched that achievement. Oh, wow, congrats, I guess? Thank you. Have you seen Dave? Nah, his bro is probably busy kicking his ass. That's probably all there is to say on the matter. Okay, I'm going to start putting this grist to use too. Let's be sparing with the frivolous knick-knack breeding and focus on getting you up to the gate, okay? Yeah, okay, I hear you, but I think we have plenty. I've been killing imps all over the house, and it's now now it's lousy with gushers. Gushers? I mean grist. Serves them right for ruining my posters, the bastards. Which posters? Don't you see? My sweet movie posters? Look at them, they're fucking ruined. John. Huh? Are you suggesting that imps are responsible for defacing your movie posters? Yeah? Your posters have looked like that ever since I first saw your room. The moment we started playing this game, I thought you defaced them ironically to mock your father's interests. John? Very funny, Rosa! Nice joke, great joke there, Rose. Top of the line prank. This is good. Laughter is probably the best way to avoid being especially melodramatic about the revelation. Yes, keep this joke going because it's a good one. Oh my god. Descend. You cannot descend from the top of your mobile station. The loose cable you gathered up and tied together is not nearly long enough to allow you to reach the ground safely. You have used all of the cable you can find. You'll have to come up with another plan. Sacrifice your mayoral sash for more cables. No way, absolutely not. Are you crazy? The mayor does not relinquish his mayoral sash under any circumstances. Ever. Period. Purify the temple. That's such a dumb idea. Not as dumb as using your sash, but it comes close. The temple's way too big. You probably end up purifying a... You probably just end up purifying a chunk of useless, boring rock. Wait, what's that? Something dangling from the top of the towers near the temple. Command Serenity and carry a rope to you. She is a tiny insect and cannot possibly lift more than the weight of a pumpkin seed. Sorry, hiccups. Give me a moment.
You alright?
Yeah, just hiccups. Okay. She does, however, inform you of what the legend contains through the series of informative blinks. There is an old rusty harpoon lodged into the climbing rock. Tied to it is a bunch of jumble of handy cable. This strikes you as convenient. It's almost as if someone knew you would need a bunch of cable, and that you would have a mayoral sash made out of cable, and that you are particularly attached to that mayoral sash and would stubbornly refuse to use it. Anyone who knew that much would surely possess a special gift. Alas, it seems a bit far-fetched. Get ye rope. Okay, we just established it was a cable and not a rope, but that's okay. You take a hasty swig from one of your delicious pawns and put it down. You then quickly adjust the coordinates to purify the jumble of handy cable. To Mr. Oh, gone.
To Mr. Mayor.
Oh, of course. The time wasn't set to the present moment. Somehow it got reset to a few hundred years ago. It is sort of a present from the past in the present. Attached is an envelope. It looks extremely important. You open the envelope. Inside is a letter and another envelope. This is all highly confusing, and you don't know what to make of it. Still, it is obviously critical mayoral business, and you take that very seriously, and you will defend this package with your life. Trying to purify the cable again.
There you go.
You set time to the present, and to purify the jumble of cable. You tie all of the cable together and carefully lower your precious pumpkin bindle. You then rappel down the station with the package, which must not leave your side. Years in the future, which is to say the present moment precisely. An aimless renegade prepares for company. Oh,
You got a gun.
Rose, build as much as you can as fast as you can. Okay, while I make some stuff here, can you keep an eye out for the imps? Just keep them safe, or just keep the safe or tub handy. Or that's me. Okay, while I make some stuff here, can you keep an eye out for the imps? Just keep a safe or tub handy. I'll serve them right. I'll serve them right for trashing my posters. I keep telling you, the posters were always like that. And I keep telling you, haha, very funny. Here, look. What?
Yep.
Hey, they didn't look like that before. You must have changed them. Even if I had the motive for such a bizarre and pointless deception, yeah, where would I have found the time? I don't even have Photoshop. Then why didn't you tell me they were there? I had no reason to think you were not aware of them. I thought they were strange, certainly, but was not struck by any particular impulse to discuss them. Okay, it still doesn't make sense, though. Implying that I drew them a while ago and then forgot and couldn't see them, and now suddenly can see them, that's stupid. What would that even mean? It looks like you were in your father's room recently. Yeah. And how did it make you feel to discover what was in there? Oh no, I just realized. You're about to therapify me. Well, don't bother. Maybe I'm just being a friend? Maybe. I suspiciously. Anyway, I guess you saw what's in there. It's boring, there's not much to see. That doesn't matter. What matters is how it's seeing affected you. I think it clearly has in some way. Well, I don't know. At first, I was nervous to go in and find some more of his weird clowns. Because, of course, they're stupid, and I hate them a lot. But then I didn't want to see any. It was weird. But then when I didn't see any, it was weird. I felt weirdly, disappointed almost. Is it fair to say that this changed your perception of your father? Yeah, I guess. Is it such a stretch to conclude? It changed your perception of other things as well? No, maybe not. What are you getting at? It sounds like you're saying I'm crazy. Alchemize. I don't like to use the word crazy. Oh, God. See? It's therapy bullshit. That was a joke. But anyway, whether it means you are crazy or not, consider this theory. Your presumably long-standing tendency for scrawling this imagery is really your subconscious trying to express something disturbing within you, possibly something from your past which you blocked out. And since you suppressed it, your conscious self cannot acknowledge the drawings, and therefore have been invisible until now. Why now? Perhaps you have seen evidence that conflicts with your worldview your subconscious has constructed to obfuscate the truth. That your dad is not necessarily the clown-living maniac you thought he was. All along, this negative attribute buried in your psyche may have been projected onto him, and subsequently revealed as sort of a defensive mechanism. But this is absurd. My dad loves shitty clowns. He's got those statues and paintings everywhere. Is it unthinkable that over the years, it was he who believed that you were the one with a passion for clowns, because of all the strange drawings in your room? A father that embraces a son's hobby to establish a stronger bond, or wages a campaign of passive-aggressive mockery of your interests. Either is plausible. I don't know your dad very well. Yeah, I know, right? It's weird, isn't it, Kepler?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, no. I'm not sure about all this. But I think we need to stop and acknowledge the bunny Sasuke fedora I just made. It's awesome. Yeah. Arrow. Wow. What are you doing, by the way? Rose, I'm sorry to say, but this is all looking kind of silly. I'm trying to spread the upward construction around so there is more substantial foundation for later on. But I'm starting to wonder if it will be strong enough. It's kind of starting to wobble a little. I don't think brick chimneys are meant to serve this architectural purpose. Yeah, no shit. I might have to adopt a different building strategy. Stick to more load-bearing walls and blockier shapes, especially since grist has been easier to come by lately. Okay, but you must really be running low on time by now, right? Right. Strider! Dream up extra arms and play with advanced bass solo. What the fuck? The fuck?
Prospect.
What am I looking at?
Prospect. And Skya.
Oh, alright. Okay. Yep.
Darn it. Yeah, that's annoying, dude. No worries.
Change the wardrobifier to cycle through Star Heart Horseshoe. Okay, good idea. You leave the moon in to cycle through because you like it. Go explore the Golden City. Oh god, it's golden diarrhea. Go and make a new friend. Hero? That guy does look familiar.
Meanwhile, in futures,
WV, eat letter and envelope. You cut that out, you have company. Look behind you. See over there. Read letter.
Dear Mr. Mayor, go here.
Ah, cat hair.
Mm.
You're shedding again?
constant.
Give present, hooray. Please do this.
Give present.
Oh,
Oh,
God. Yeah, sorry,
Give
go.
present. Yeah, give present. Hooray! Oh, please do this. The freedom of your people depends on it. Your friend.
Oh, God.
Oh shit.
Cover. Hurry.
Give present, hooray!
To Miss Mail Lady.
That's a lady?
Yeah.
Jay gracefully fly to the other tower. You decide to check on your neighbor. Inspect the neighbor's tower. It is very much like your own. The only difference is that this one is home to a young boy instead of a young girl. You peer through the window. John is, of course, sound asleep. It looks like he is having troubled dreams as usual. You cannot disturb his slumber, though. He'll wake up when he is ready. Speaking of John, you wonder if he got the birthday present you sent for him, or for that matter, if you even remember to send it. Darn, I get so confused sometimes. If only he had some sort of system in place to help you remember things. Your moon is getting very close to Skya.
Skya.
You'd better go inside soon. It's never a good idea to be outside during the eclipse. Maybe you could take this opportunity to log onto your computer and ask John about his present. You just know he'll think it is awesome, and it would be a great way to thank him for the awesome present he sent you. Alchemize a 1980s time-lapse montage. That'd be pretty cool, and would promote the appearance to the audience that a whole lot was getting done in not much time. But it also sounds kind of like a pain in the ass, so you decide to play it straight up this time. Rose moved the alchemeter back down to the deck while she reworks the building project up there. Just as well, because it'll save you a lot of legwork. Between this thing, the Designix, and the lathe, that's a whole lot of scrambling around. Recombine the hammer and the pogo ride. Oh, God. This time, instead of overlapping and, the two cards which created the pogo hammer, use the two codes to double punch or a blank card, producing a different hole pattern. The result is the Hammerhead Pogo Ride. It doesn't look as much fun as the original ride, but to be fair, it's also probably a lot safer. Double punching cards creates patterns with more holes, rather than less holes by overlapping cards. This strikes you as a viable method for combining more than just two items without whittling it down to too few holes or too many. Just mix up the overlaps and double punches, and the sky's the limit. Oof. Sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. Oh, hey, Raze.
Oh, man.
Green slime ghost suit. You make the green slime ghost suit. Pretty swanky, but you're not completely satisfied with the wardrobe upgrade just yet. Combine ghost suit and wise guy book. You make the wise guy slime suit. This is so much better. There are a lot of secret trickstery gimmicks concealed, and oh shit, there go the cards! Combine glasses and PDA. Serious business goggles.
Yeah.
You make the serious business goggles. This is a pretty nice hands-free communication solution, and makes you look way cooler, like one of the kids from Spy Kids or something. God, that was a good movie. Real Spies, only smaller. God, I feel old. I remember seeing that when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Combine sledgehammer, telescope, and Sassacre text. What? You make the
telescope.
You make the telescopic Sassacrusher, at pretty considerable expense. This thing could probably pound an ogre into a crude burger. Of course, you have no hope of lifting it whatsoever. Combine gushers and blue ectoplasm. You mix the gushers and some blue slime now left on the wall to make a box of hellicious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers with ghostly healing properties. This should be convenient, if somewhat unappetizing. Combine fake arm, blue ectoplasm, and PDA. What? Remote ghost... You make the remote ghost gauntlet. It looks like when you put on the spectral computer glove, it lets you control the big slimy ghost hand. The ghost gauntlet appears to be have a considerably higher lift capacity than your own puny arms. Combine ghost gauntlet and the bathroom mirror. You make a left-handed remote ghost gauntlet to complete the pair, because you don't see why the hell not. Combine umbrella and straight razor. Oh my god! You make the barber's best friend. it seems worthwhile to you to nab that umbrella-kind stripe spectacus that's been laying around in the study for a while. Combine gushers and shaving cream. What? You make a deadly Betty Crocker Barbasol bomb. Be careful with that thing, Jesus. Combine Ghost Dad poster with. Okay, you have a cool idea for something to do with your Ghost Dad poster, but it looks like you drew shit all over that one too without realizing it.
Hey, Bill Cosby has never looked better.
Anyway, you have an idea of how to clean up. By the way, that movie is about as good as Bill Cosby. Yeah, he deserves that movie. Bill Cosby deserves Ghost Dad.
And Leonard Part 6. That's the exact legacy Bill Cosby deserves.
Capture log / punch Heath Ledger Joker figurine. If you can somehow subtract the code of the Joker figurine from the code of the poster, it might work. Luckily, the Joker code only has 2 holes, making the task very simple. The defaced Cosby poster shares those holes. You determine that the defaced Cosby could only result from double punching the Joker. If your theory is correct, that means the original Cosby poster had one of those holes punched, or the other, or neither, making 3 possibilities. You try out all possible codes, yielding a potted plant, a painting of a horse attacking a football player, and a clean Bill Cosby poster. Combine Cosby poster with computer.
No, don't do that.
You make the Cosby top computer. This thing hasn't aged well, but making it has caused you to feel an alarming sense of satisfaction.
I don't know why.
Combine Dad's hat and Problem Sleuth game. You make another ordinary fedora with 4 pieces of candy corn inside.
Yeah, that's just a reference to Problem Sleuth.
Combine Hammer and Problem Sleuth game. Whatever this item is, you cannot make it yet. It requires a ludicrous amount of grist and some types of which you have not even encountered. Combine Iron and Pogo Hammer. The Wrinkle Fucker. You make the Wrinkle Fucker. Whoa. Well then.
Yep.
So much sweet loot. And you'd almost think it was simultaneously your birthday and Christmas or something. Of course, you know that is ridiculous and could never conceivably happen. Strife! Go, Dave, to go. Final round. Strike! Cheap piece of shit! The fuck?
And he's off. Ah, darn it. And Dew's not here to read for Dav.
Dude, you're watching the stream, aren't you?
Oh.
Oh, he's back.
Yeet.
Well, is he gonna unmute?
Bro just kicked my ass.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's really all there is to say on the matter.
And we've already read this conversation, so let's just watch.
This is so weird. What? Sorry, what? What even is this? Time is warped in space is warped and time is malleable.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? She was a What the hell? These two got shipped really hard, didn't they?
No.
Really? Huh.
And that's why Jade knows things. Yep, and that's all stuff we've already read. And so is this, I think. I think you have some company.
You take a moment to gather your.
Yeah, I was just gonna read the command and let's update some colorful reminders.
Yeah, go for it. Read it.
Update colorful reminders.
You take a moment to gather your thoughts after your dream. While you are asleep, you can get really confused. It can get really confusing figuring out which is really happening and which isn't, especially during the eclipse, when you are exposed to many visions of the past, present, and future through a variety of cloud mirages. It is only after you wake that you are able to start making sense of it all, and your reminders help you do this. But on reflection, there wasn't much in the dream about the future. You were quite surprised to see your dog in the dream, though. It was the first time the crafty guardian ever appeared in a dream. You have learned that today is his birthday, just like it is for your other best friend. You've always wondered about this and never had a chance to throw him a party and bake him a cake. Now you can, but if you do, it seems you're going to need a lot of candles.
Yeah.
Beck has never allowed you to enter the Mystic Ruins for reasons you've never understood. You always assumed it was on account of your protection, but your dream has strongly suggested that to you that this is where you need to go. Since your dreambot is secured in its chamber and does not need to be looked after, Becca is taking a nap in the grand foyer, as he usually does. Perhaps you can take advantage of this and sneak out of the house another way? Jade, grab your harpoon gun. Yes, of course. One of your reminders reminds you that you still have a package to deliver too. This way you can kill 2 birds with 1 harpoon gun. Jade, use harpoon to zipline into the great outdoors.
Here we goes. Pachoo.
My mind is blown. That's how it got there. Finished building.
Uh-huh.
Architectural perfection. Oh,
Nice.
this looks like an Escher painting.
Kinda.
Dave, mourn the loss of Cal. See you, little dude. If you had any more apple juice, you would pour some out for your homie. You'll have to remember to double check your closet for more juice. Go get a goddamn new sword. Half-blade kind.
Yep.
Perhaps you will, but if you do, it looks like you're gonna have to break it first. Perfectly good striped specubus down the toilet. Thanks, bro. Capture log beta. You try to grab the beta, but you forgot your Stilodex is completely packed. You wonder why you jammed all this useless crap in there in the first place. You assumed you'd weaponize it during one of your customary hash rap battles with your bro, but in retrospect, that probably would have just been a huge chore that would have made the battle drag on forever. It's like what you are. It's
like, what are you?
Oh, it's like, what are you, made of time? Dave, eject your modus and set it to Scrabble values. You dump this crap all over the roof. You then set your modus to the Scrabble hash function for some reason. This function always makes it a little less intuitive to calculate hash values for items, and therefore more cumbersome to wrap with. But you guess that's kind of a moot point now that your bro flew off to fuck knows where. His mysterious ways transcend irony once again. Get the beta. You get the beta! 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Now yielding a radically different hash value with the Scrabble function, which is to say radically exactly the same value. Pester Rose. Okay, I got it. I hope you appreciate how much.
I hope you appreciate how much gross.
Yeah, no.
How much gross spongy proboscis I had to fillet to get this game. Hello? What are you doing? Anyway, I'm going downstairs now and installing this thing later.
You have finally finished your building project. You have done about all you can do for John. You don't think you can provide much assistance against all those ogres this time, but at least now John appears to be armed to the teeth. All that's left is to wait for Dave. Capture log, Rose. Capture log and send John the code for his present. That would certainly hasten the parcel's delivery, but the gift is not finished yet. You have spent months accelerating your knitting skills to be able to make a gift of perfect sentimental appeal. You even incorporated a cherished heirloom, what you've had since as long as you can remember. Is it Jasper's corpse? No, you got rid of that. When he sees your staggering gesture of sentimentality, he will finally understand. He will understand that in the game of factitious sentimental gestures, no one gets the best of Rose Lalonde. Once in the past. Dear Rose. Dear Rose, happy birthday! Thanks for being such a great friend all these years. I know you like to make it out like you're playing it cool and don't care much about the people in your life, but I know that deep down you really do. Hell, not even that deep down. It's like your subconscious is having a wet t-shirt contest, and you being all aloof is this totally soggy shirt, not doing any good at all, hiding nothing. Oh wait, it looks like two can play at this game of cracking all these high Flushian psychology books. Aw, snap. But yeah, I got you this because I think you're really creative and you could make something nice with it if you put your mind to it. and it might help you take your mind off all the serious business you're always absorbed in. You know, all this weird pseudo-gothy stuff or whatever. Frankly, it's kind of depressing. Anyway, you're the best, Rose. Hope you had a rad 13th. I will catch up with you guys real soon. God, you're so old. From John. Rose, answer.
And now I don't think anyone has claimed her yet, so I'll just go ahead and voice her.
All right.
Why is it that when the subject of temporal mechanics is broached, your sparing human intellects instantly assume the most ingratiating posture of surrender imaginable? Time is not that difficult to understand. It is a utility that a universe may resort to in order to advance a desired degree of complexity. Or it may not resort to it if that is the case. It's all pretty pedestrian. But no, when time travel comes up, you present the face that a man shows when the breeze gradually alerts him to his absence of nether dressings. I don't see how we are to properly agitate you all if you continue to insist on failing to understand basic concepts which common infants effortlessly manage to describe via scrollings in their own puddles of sloppy discharge.
Have we spoken before?
Yes, in the future.
You and your friends never cease to invent ways to strengthen the credibility of your assertions.
Oh my, it is your human sarcasm again. I enjoy listening to it, and I wish doing so could serve as my primary form of recreation. There, see, I just did it too, saying the opposite thing to emphasize my contempt. But suddenly I feel more primitive and hate myself a little more. It was like this funny miracle that just happened in my heart.
I would admire the sophistication of you and your fellow future dwellers a little more if you seem to be aware of the word human only functions as that sort of adjective in a bad science fiction. But I won't be so rude. But I won't be rude and change the subject. There's still a bit of unflagellated straw poking out of your rhetorical effigy over there.
Oh dear. No, we aren't from the future. But we are all already in agreement that you don't get it and never will.
I thought you said we spoke in the future.
We did. Your future. For me, it was only a couple minutes ago.
I understand. You exist in some sort of temporal stratum through which you have communication access to various points of my timeline. It's not that complicated.
Yes, that's right. Will you try to talk some sense into your idiot friends so that we may proceed to bother them all on more rational terms?
I try to every day with mixed results. But you see, it's not that I don't understand you, it's that I don't believe you, because it's nonsense, albeit persistent and coordinated nonsense. Why would a bunch of temporally dislocated trolls want to harass a group of friends throughout completely random points in time?
I will admit this campaign of provocation wasn't all that well thought out. Don't tell anyone I said that.
All right. Maybe you should get to trolling. Maybe you should get some trolling tips from us humans. Our sparling intellects are probably better suited to it.
Yeah, maybe. Why don't we be friends?
You want to be my friend?
I think so. I think we're supposed to. You suggested as much earlier.
You mean I did in the future?
Yes, a couple minutes ago.
Probably why I remembered you mentioning it in the... Probably because I remembered you mentioning it in the conversation we're having now?
That's likely.
Your commitment to this role-playing scenario was intriguing. What choice do I have but to accept? Oh yeah, God, these two are hooking up. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Arrow?
Still in the past.
Dear Dave. Dear Dave, happy birthday! I just wanted to take a break from telling you how much your gay butt stings all the time and say what an awesome friend you are. Seriously, on any other day, I would be downplaying how you aren't really as cool as you think you are, but between you and me, I think you might actually be that cool. I think you just gotta get out of your bro's shadow and spread your wings, dude. So, I got you these. They're totally authentic. They actually touched Ben Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point. I'm sure you'll dig them because I know you lulled hard at that movie. Okay, so for real, this is sort of a shitty present, but it is an ironic present because I know you wouldn't have it any other way. Maybe you can wear them ironically sometime. They might even be more ironic than you and your dumb Bro's pointy anime shades. Anyway, have a good one, buddy, and stay busy being totally sweet. Dave answer.
And dang, I don't think anyone has claimed him either. I mean,
Honestly, I think God, I can't remember
hold on,
names.
let me pull up the
guys for weeks, and I can't remember names.
no worries.
But
Nope.
What kind of personality is this character?
Sleepy, I think that you should take AT.
All right.
He's kind of like really shy and kind of hesitant and doesn't always really know what he's saying.
Hey, first, okay, I think you're awful. Let's put that fact on the table where we can both see it. Now you've been primed for the digestive ruination that's about to take place, and the comprehensive soiling of the laundry enveloping your person.
Oh my God, you type like a tool.
Yeah, now you're getting it. What you're in for. Are you ready to be trolled within an inch of your miserable human cortex?
This is so weak. I'm almost getting tired of wasting good material on you guys. It's like you've got nothing. It's always one of you sprouting up and ranting about how hard I'm about to get trolled with no ensuing substance. You don't even know anything about us. One of you fuckers thought I was a girl.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is that I don't care about your anatomical details and things like that. I know what you've done, or will do, actually. It's the most awful thing, the worst you could ever do.
Oh, sorry I wouldn't cyber with you, dude, in the future or whatever.
What? Wait, what? Wait, okay. You're the one who likes to submit innuendo.
Human innuendo.
Yes, human innuendo. Sorry for the lack of clarity.
So, at what point in the future am I supposed to look forward to you whipping up this titanic hankering for my knob? Be honest with me, because I'm busy, and I want to know exactly when I gotta clear some space in my calendar for when some fuckwit blunders out of a magical phone booth and makes a ballad-inspiring play for my throbbing beef truncheon.
Should I be perturbed by these illusions?
No, man, look, I just need to know when to be there. When the stars come into alignment and your flux capacitor lets you finally sate your meteoric greed for crotch dachshund, I wouldn't want to miss it and cause a paradox or something. It'd suck if the universe blew up on the count of you missing your window of opportunity to help yourself through a few bested boys naked spam porpoise.
Okay, this is starting to upset me.
Jesus, you are such a shitty troll.
I guess I'll leave you alone and find another point in time to bother you when I guess you are more emotionally susceptible and don't have all these bees in your bonnet about your human sexuality.
Oh, no, dude. You sassed me up. We are in the shit now. Together. For the long haul.
What?
We're motherfucking entrenched in this bitch. You and me. Welcome to Nam. Now grab my hands and shimmy your soggy ass off that muddy bank before Charlie gets the fucking drop.
Who's Charlie?
He's the guy who's gonna read our vows. I'm feeling pretty friggin' matrimonial all of a sudden. Take a look down by your foot. See that little bottle? Stop with that shit like it's on fire. Noisy. The dudes are flipping the fuck out and waving around on chairs till someone gets hurt. I'm your 300-pound matronly freight train, and my gaping furnace is hungry for coal, so get goddamn shoveling.
Oh my god.
Bro, look in my eyes. That twinkle? That be devotion, you herniated pro wrestler's sweaty purple taint. Sparkling like a visit from your fairy fucking godmother. Shit be pure and true. That's what you see. A kaleidoscopic supernova of all your hopes and dreams all swishing together. Radically effervescent arms of more little boy peckers than you can imagine. Turning out insane corkscrew haymakers of a billion dancing Vienna sausages strong. This is how we do this. This shit's more real than Kraft mayo.
Adios, Traidor has blocked turn to Godhead. You are now.
I love the characters I've chosen because I get to do absolutely nothing for like 200 pages, and then I just get a wall of text.
And then you just get to say the best shit ever.
It's so fun.
Alright,
I get to do the Squeegee scene
yeah, no, we're approaching
all
3
by
hours.
myself.
Fair warning, we're gonna be
Oh,
ending
that's gonna be
soonish.
so fun.
The aimless renegade. You have identified a couple of unwelcome rogues outside of your present stronghold. They are in violation of your jurisdiction. Despite your ordinarily striking marksmanship, you have spent an entire ammo magazine without recording a single kill shot. What will you do? Realize your weapon is magazine fed, not clip fed. You don't give a shit about that. Examine the wall behind you. This wall exhibits rows of ancient hieroglyphs depicting an array of amphibious and reptilian life forms. This is illegal pictography. It makes you angry. Go search for more ammo. There's plenty of ammunition stored in various ammo crates, which you have spent a great deal of time unearthing from nearby dunes and hauling back to your stronghold. You have a large variety of weaponry and ammunition at your disposal. Rather, you can locate more AK-47 rounds quickly enough is a different matter. Quickly retrieve sidearms. You retrieve a pair of deadly sidearms, but you'll need longer ranged weapons if you're going to continue with your enforcement. Find a rocket launcher. Here's one. Befriend the unwelcome rogues. You wonder if you should reconsider your grievances with the offenders. Perhaps you should let it slide. They seem friendly enough, and it's been so long since you've had company. It would also be a pity to blow up that tall and attractive female. But then again, they are both in flagrant violation, trespassing through several zones which you have painstakingly marked as off limits. While you conduct your investigation of this crime scene, it is your duty to investigate this illegal monument and get to the bottom of its illicit amphibious idolatry. Just thinking about all the sloppy footprints they are leaving in the sand makes your carapace steam. The law is all that's left to hold on to in this unforgiving dust bowl. You cannot afford to loosen your black claw's grip, lest justice slip through your fingers. Law is beauty, order is peace. Judgment is the very basis of all that is pure, and I am the law! Hold that thought. You need to take a moment to wear something ridiculous before you continue your spiel. What? Okay.
Yep.
Order in the court! You will have order in this courtroom! If everyone is not settled down, you will clear out this courtroom! You swear to God! Examine the moving platform. No! Not the guitar! It appears to be a large stage serving as a kind of elevator, but it can't go down because there's something jammed into it. It's like a peculiar musical instrument, perhaps centuries old. But yeah, the jury agrees. You've got to blow up the trespassers. Place present on monument. You put John's present down in just the right spot, along with a letter you prepared a little while ago in a particularly interesting series of dreams. Should be any minute now.
If I. Pew.
You put down the time bait. It's out of your hands now. Yes, you could swim. Maybe you could think of a better way to across, though. This is kind of confusing.
Dear Miss Mailady, go here.
But I guess it's straightforward enough, even if the drawing is somewhat inaccurate. Oh no! Berate self for unauthorized demolition. Stupid, stupid, stupid! You had them right in your crosshairs. You have no idea how a crack shot like you could have missed. It's practically inconceivable. Be the law. You reload and take aim. That fair carapace. How it sparkles in the desert light. No! You cannot afford to be distracted by such thoughts. You are busy being the law.
Law!
You are the law! Whoops. We bound distracting matter. Oh, it's this guy again, and his little blinking bee. So outrageous. Clunk.
Wait, do read this. Do?
Do the do!
Oh no. Okay. The can ruse was a distraction.
Is this... Oh no, it's
Yeah. The sock ruse was a distraction. I have the car. Which is still one of the best jokes in this whole thing.
Scamper quickly to the newly created hole. Wait, let me check.
You have
Let me check.
you
something.
have the car.
Am I here? Am I audible?
Yep.
Yes. There you are.
Yeah.
Why are you going back?
I went. Oh yeah, no, yeah. The second hole. I just wanted to double check the image.
Okay.
Do you want to read a couple Sweet Bro and Hella Jeffs?
I do kind of want to go through a few more before we wrap things up. But yeah, the can ruse.
Let's get to the end of this feature scene. Then we'll go to Hella Jeff.
Yeah.
Scamper quickly to newly created hole. You have the cargo. Read the next step of the letter.
Deliver here! Yay! Last thing I ask you to.
I can't read all that.
At the bottom of the letter is a series of coordinates along with further instructions. You know what you must do. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection, sentificate. Mail!
Years in the past.
Today is your birthday. Your grandfather has decided to celebrate by introducing you to the thrill of the hunt. But suddenly you and Beck are wandering off. Where is this silly dog taking you? You find a present. You open it to find a shirt with a shirt that's way too big for you and pumpkin seeds. There is also a letter. Dear Jade, happy birthday! It's hard to thank you enough for your friendship over the years. Heck, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have met Rose and Dave. So much, so that is like 3 times the friendship. That is almost like too much friendship. I only wish I could get you something for your birthday that could remotely make up for what you've given me. But of course, that's impossible. So here are a couple of silly things anyway. I went to a weird Asian store the other day and saw this rad shirt, so I got it and I'm wearing it now. But there was a blue one too, which was way more awesome, and I wanted you to have it. I know you like green a lot, but maybe you'd like trying blue out sometimes? I bet you'd look like $1 million. Also, I know you've been frustrated lately about how your pumpkins keep disappearing. Well, I can't begin to explain why that's happening. All I can do is give you these so you can plant some more. Don't give up, Jade. Wherever those dumb old pumpkins went off to, I'm sure you know the fun. I'm sure you know the fun is in growing them and taking care of them until they're ready. Ugh. Gotta head out to the post office so this doesn't.
Ah!
There. Talk to you soon. Who is this John claiming to be your friend? And these other friends that he mentions. Whoever he is, you think he might be onto something. Blue is a very pretty color. Also, growing some pumpkins sounds like it could be fun. Maybe we'll ask Grandpa if you can use the atrium to do some gardening. That would be exciting. Whop! You bear a vicious brunt of this story transition directly in the face. You're getting really tired of this feisty man and his burly fists. Here, stick this up your pipe and bleed it out slowly. And this is where we'll end there. But we'll finish the stream off with some Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff.
All right. So when last we saw these two, Hella Jeff had the car.
Welcome to.
Am I? Hold on.
Holy shit. Okay. Literally, you're just static. I can't understand you, man.
How's that?
This is fun.
Introducing the new friend.
Oh wait, no. We already read that one. The next one.
All right.
Sweet. It's time to get my pour on. I need to know what angle to use. It isn't coming out. Pour on. Shut the fuck up.
Where do you even get a nut that's that big?
This is the squirrel.
How far into you? Actually, this is a good place to stop. We've been going for over 3 hours now.
Okay.
All right. So I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I want to thank Popcorn and Dew for joining me on this stream.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
I want to thank our audience for tuning in, and we will continue this coming Sunday. Monday will be a game stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. All right. Night, everybody.
Good night.